Right, hello. Oh, I'll see if I can do this without a computer meltdown. Jeez, the old computer's not liking all these tabs, and it's not like being left on for several days at a time either, so I don't lose all my number jumps. But, okay, Wonder Woman 1984. Why are we starting here? I'm going to explain why we're here, because there is a reference in Desperately Seeking Susan, okay, which I was just showing you some of the stuff with Desperately Seeking Susan and Magic Johnson. So there was a reference in Desperately Seeking Susan to Wonder Woman, and in fact I've come across before another reference to Wonder Woman as well, in Massive Attack's music video for Unfinished Sympathy. Okay, so I started looking at Wonder Woman, right? Anyway, we're going to start off here because this encodes something quite interesting. Because, let me put this on. Come on. If you just read this, says Wonder Woman 1984, also stylized as WW84, right? So, okay, let's reduce down the 84. 84 goes to 12. Okay, that's supposed to be an arrow there, and that's supposed to be a number 12, but this thing is just... And then, again, we go down. 1 plus 2 is 3. So now we're ending up with W, oh, come on, 3. Okay. World War III encoded here. Right. Okay, interesting. So I want to show you some stuff here. So I guess maybe we should backtrack and just have a quick goosey gander at the actual film. Desperately Seeking Susan, and we've got Rosanna Arquette in this scene. This is right at the end again, where they're at the Magic Club, you know, the Magic Club with all the green coloration, Matrix references, and the white rabbit on the outside there, you know, follow the white rabbit. So this whole idea of coming out of the Matrix, reset. But anyway, this is right towards the end. This is actually just before Madonna is going to be saved, I suppose, is what you'd call it. And Madonna's going to be saved by Rosanna Arquette, right? Anyway, we've got the Wonder Woman here. This Wonder Woman, alright? So I saw that, and I was immediately thinking of this song, okay, which I've talked about before, and the fact that Madonna's numbers are up here on this door, and actually at the place where we're at, this is actually a flip point in the let me just show you something. Let's back up a little bit. So you see how far we're going back. We're on 423. That's kind of interesting that we're on 423 right here, because 423 is there's a lot to do with 423. Okay, St. George's Day. Anyway, let's see if we back up just a little bit. Okay, there's a personal reference for me here with the phone. I've been seeing a lot of 2724 numbers, or that could relate back to 274, which is the 1st of October, which is 91 days left in the year, and obviously the flip side of that is April Fool's Day, with the 91st day of the year, 4-1. Okay, so again with the 4-1 on the clock tower. Anyway, at this point there is a flip over, right? second of it. Oh, I don't even know if it'll. So there's a perspective change here, okay, which is, you know, a reset, if you like. It's the flip. You know, we're looking at her coming down the street, head on, and then we're behind her. Okay, so this is a flip over point, just like the 12 o'clock hour on a clock is the flip over point. Okay. Anyway, up to this point, there was a 222 on one of the buildings back over here, and again, we've talked about it before, but people like Ulma Thurman had some 222. I believe it was 20,202 days, maybe from her birthday through to 8/20, potential Madonna death date coming up. And she plays again in Pulp Fiction. We have Rosanna Arquette in The House, while Mia Wallace is ODing, is dying basically and then resurrected. So there's an awful lot of bits and pieces that are connecting here. Anyway, to cut a long story short, at this particular point, what is fascinating about this, if I get back to the actual, where was we, 23? If I can get back to the exact point here, let's back up just a hair, so you can see that 26. So the numerology is all there, 8, 16 and 8/20, obviously just stick a 0 in. We've got all the numbers for birth and death here, okay, which is interesting. And then this character here with the Wonder Woman looking glasses, shades, what the hell is that thing? Headdress built in. So there's connection to Wonder Woman right here. Anyway, started investigating, and the guy that actually came up with who wrote Wonder Woman, or just came up with the idea, created the character Wonder Woman. This dude, William Marston, May 9th. In the last video we were just talking about the 5/9. It's come up a couple of times now. Between, let's just do Michael Jackson and then this potential Madonna death date was straight even 5,900 days. Okay. I did some number jumps with this dude, and check this out. Here's a number jump from his death, okay, through to potential Madonna death, and it's 28601. Okay, so that's got that same numerology in it. Okay, not quite the right order, but I mean, I just couldn't believe that numerology was matching up there with the doorway, with this. It's almost like somebody knew something. Wonder Woman. Okay, I don't even know if that really is what Wonder Woman or whatever, but that is what I was getting from that. Anyway, so I had this Wonder Woman here. Now let me show you something. I actually want to show you. Actually, come on to this one here. This is where Madonna and Rosanna Arquette are actually going to kind of meet for the first time, and as I said, she's going to save Madonna. Now check this bottle out here, CFC. We just had Chelsea Football Club winning a what I want to say, it was the FIFA World Club whatever competition that they won. Okay, and we had Donald Trump doing his handing over the trophy and all that stuff. Anyway, we talked about it. But the CFC, okay, let's break that. Let's break that down. She's going to break this over his head in just a second. Obviously, that is 3, 6, 3. This thing is just absolutely useless. Why didn't even let me do that? Let's get rid of that anyway. You get the idea. Sorry, my computer is just really struggling. I really need to. Oh, jeez, look, here we go. Anyway, what we need to do is we need to play a little bit this. Let's see if this will go. Come on. Oh dear. Come on, baby. Don't let me down now. Ugh, try this again. Come on. Page unresponsive. Tell you what we'll do. We'll click off the page. Oh no, we don't want to go to that. It's all going a bit Pete Tong right now. Let's go to this one. Ah, technical difficulties. This is wonderful. See, this won't even. I don't know what the hell's going on. No, it's thinking about something. Oh wow, it's even starting to play that. Oh, here we go. It's starting to play the scene now. Great. That's what we needed. Oops. Anyway, that's Madonna sticking her head in the door, in the window, should I say. Anyway, she says, "Save me," and let's play that a little bit. Right, she's going to grab this and smash the bowl over this dude's head who's coming in. Come on. Okay, we've missed the spot, but whatever. Well, that's interesting there. The lobster thing. This little reference to maybe Libra. Anyway, completely have lost my train of thought now. What I want to show you is this. I thought it'd be interesting to go from Madonna. So this whole thing was linking in with Rosanna Arquette being 666 on Madonna's birthday. So this year, Rosanna Arquette will be 66 years, 6 days old on Madonna's birthday. Anyway, so I thought it'd be interesting to see, well, when was Madonna, because they're kind of twins in the film, when was Madonna 66 years, 6 days old? And it was 8/22. I said, okay, that's interesting. 8/22 ties back in with Madonna, you know, because her birthday is the 228th day of the year. But I thought, I wonder how many days off she is going to be, you know, from the 666. Anyway, I whacked it in, you know, 8/22 now through to 8/20. 3 days. Yeah, because this is all about 666, and she is 363 days off of her what am I trying to say? From her 666 date. Now, I'll tell you something else that's interesting. Let's see if this thing will work. Come on. There we go. Come on. That's it. Yes. If you are, what would I say? With the sun and the moon, okay, 33 years is the reset point for the calendar with the sun and the moon, okay? And I believe it, if I'm recalling correctly, it's 11 days drift every year. So 11 times 33 equals 363 days. Now obviously this isn't the correct calculation for the calendar coming back into sync, because I think you've got to factor in leap years and all that other good stuff. Okay, but anyway, I just thought that that was worth mentioning about the 363 being, connected in with the 33 reset between the sun and the moon. The death and the resurrection again. Okay, with the 33. Okay, just thought it was worth mentioning. Anyway, so this was interesting with that bottle. Okay, so we had that bottle. The bottle that smashes him over the head here is our, if we get back to it. So here's the sort of matrixy colors. So again, I mean, without actually going through shot by shot with this thing and kind of explaining every last little detail, just get off there. Oh gosh, now it's probably going to pop back up again. Okay, without sort of like referencing every little detail, like just coming up to this point, she's essentially his hostage, if you like. She's in that sort of possessed state, and we've got the green color of the matrix. Okay, and when she reunites with her long lost twin, so to speak, very loosely speaking, we come out of the matrix, okay, and we're into, she's coming through, she's going to come through the window. Just coincidentally as well, right before this scene, she's about to take the Magic Johnson from that other character we just saw there, her sort of boyfriendy type character, to put it crudely. Anyway, she's coming through the window, yeah? It's coming out of the matrix. This is the reset point, okay, for Madonna. Okay, and this dude is getting whacked over the head. I don't know if I can make that any more clear, really. 363 days from her 6/6 date. That is not a coincidence to me, that bottle having the CFC on it. Let's go through a few of these other number jumps in here with the, because there's some more interesting stuff. Okay, so this is the release of the Wonder Woman 84. Okay, through to Madonna's death is 1700 days. Yeah, so the 17, yeah, we know what the 17 is. The 17 is the birthday of Princess Diana. The 17 is the birthday of Princess Diana. Why is this important with Wonder Woman? This is Wonder Woman right here because, yeah, let's just whiz down so you can see I'm not BSing you. Look, this is the name of Wonder Woman, Diana. Okay, she is Diana. I actually had an interesting number jump. I'm pretty sure it was a 151. I'm sure it was a 151 palindromic number, and I can't remember what it was now. I didn't put it in here because I was like, maybe not that interesting. But anyway, let me show you another number jump here. So we've got the 1700 even between the film and her potential death. I thought it'd be interesting to go ahead and have a look at what else we've got here. Hang on a minute, let's just click on it. This is Diana's death, through to the actress Gal. Her name is Gal. I can't remember what her surname is. Galot or something. Gadot or something. Or Gadot. This was kind of interesting. From Diana's death through to her birth, yeah, was 4,507 days, which was the 611th prime. I thought that was fairly worth mentioning, and also the fact that the 5-2, again, the Cup of Christ reference with the 25 or 52 that makes the cup shape in calculator digits. What would you call that? Electronic digits. Forms that cup shape, and yeah, the composite number here, 5200. So this was, yeah, it's just all interesting stuff that sort of ties everything together. Oh, this is the actress right here. Okay, however you say that. April 30th, 85. That's interesting because Desperately Seeking Susan actually comes out on the 12th of April 85. So she's really close. And again, have I got it in here? Yes. If we do that number jump, look at this. Here's our 1-9. Here's a 1-9 reference. Yeah, for the Hoover Dam, maybe on the 1st of September here. Okay, so I thought that was worth mentioning. What was this one here? This was okay. I didn't really have. I just got this in here. I don't know why I've got this in here. This is Diana's death through to the Hoover Dam potential thing. Again, check this out. 28 years one day, and then we've got the same numerology showing up with the actual day jumps. Okay, we've got an extra 2 in there, but again, super interesting with the 128, and then of course 228 is Madonna's day of the year that she's born on. Was there something interesting in here as well? I can't know, there wasn't. Well, you can see the numbers there. Okay, so we've done the 19. Incidentally, the 18 as well can be part of this, as we've been discussing the idea of the rebirth of the man, yeah, the phallic symbolism, and the reference to mankind, the number 18, physical mankind. Okay, so again, that's super duper interesting. Oh, I do have it in here. Well, that was good. So here's this Madonna's birthday through to Diana, Princess Diana now, and we can see just some interesting stuff coming up. Yeah, now of course we've got the 2 years, 32, 320 days, so we've got 232 showing up, which again with Magic Johnson with the 32. Okay, here's our 151 numerology for the film's runtime. Okay, the film's runtime 151. Okay, oh, I'm so glad I still have that in there. And then if we click this, I think this was something interesting as well. Yes, it was the 177. Okay, you know, with the 17 with Diana again. So all super duper interesting stuff. Let me show you one more Wonder Woman connection here, and this can connect us through to the Hoover Dam again, or the 9-1. This is Linda Carter. If you ever watched it on the TV, Wonder Woman, I can remember watching this as a kid. This is the actress that played Wonder Woman. Anyway, let's do some number jumps with her birthday. Okay, so this is her birthday, 7/24/51. Now let's look at Princess Diana's death date again, because we're kind of trying to look at maybe Madonna's death date, and this is super duper interesting. Okay, on the surface, that number, you can already see Madonna's birthday in there. Yeah, the 16th of August. But what we have opposing that, you know, if this is the middle of the number, this is the mirror line. What is opposing that is again, reading to the middle to the mirror line, is 14/8, the 14th of August, which is Magic Johnson's birthday. I thought this was super duper interesting for sure. With the Magic Club there in Desperately Seeking Susan, I just thought this was actually, out of all the, I really like this one, even though it's fairly kind of straightforward. I felt like there was something else to mention about it. Yes, this is it. Yeah, that was it. The composite. So the 16,841st composite number is 1900. 1900 even there. So that is super ominous as well, encoding us back to the 1st of September with this. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for this one. Thank goodness for that. I can get rid of a whole bunch of tabs, and in fact I think I can turn the computer off tonight, thank goodness, and let it have a bit of a break. Maybe it'll come back working a bit better. Okay, thanks for watching. Yeah, that was it. You know, several little references to Wonder Woman there. I don't think I've missed anything. I felt like the only thing I'm going to mention is that I do feel like I've lost a number jump that tied in with, hang on a minute, that tied in with this right here, with this set of numbers. I feel like maybe I've already done it some, maybe I've already done some, maybe it was the last video I touched on some numbers with the 2826 in it. But anyway, I'm not sure. I'm really losing track of what I've never had. I would tell you something right now. I've never looked at you know, a couple of specific dates and had as much sort of interest in number jumps and sort of symbolism connecting things as I've had with this 820 for Madonna. Usually I have, like, when I'm looking at potential death dates for Madonna, usually there's been a couple of good ones, but usually I don't have much more than maybe a handful of interesting number jumps or dates or whatever, or connections. This one though is, again, I think I said it before, it's never ending. I keep looking at stuff and there's just more and more and more, and even like I've got rid of half of the tabs here and a bunch of number jumps that are just superficially interesting, I should say. You know, so like some of the composite numbers that are popping up are really interesting, but I'm ditching them because I got too much stuff. So I don't know, it makes me wonder, and especially for 9-1, there's just been so many connections for 9-1. Does it mean something's going to happen? I don't know. It just maybe means the day's important. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching. I gotta get some shut eye and get rid of some of these tabs, but I do have, I'll tell you what, I do have some really interesting other stuff to do as well. So I've got plenty of videos to do for the next few weeks. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, cheers, bye.